Alrighty, everyone. Today I'm going to be speaking about generating music with package managers. Hey, hi, I'm Melody. I code and design websites. I guess that makes me a unicorn. And in my free time, I make lots of tacos, drink lots of tea, and I play professional Splatoon for an esports team. Pronouns are they, them. You want to refer to me, you can say, their talk was awesome, or you should hire them, because I'm looking for work right now. I guess to start, not many of you have computers out, but let's pretend there's a laptop in front of you. Listen to your computer. What would you hear? Well, chances are your laptop has a fan of some sort, or if this was 10 years ago, you'll probably be hearing a clicking sound of a hard drive. If you still have a laptop with a hard drive, you deserve a senior discount. But if you have 20/20 hearing, you may also be able to hear the sound of the faint electrical whizzing sound of your charger. This actually keeps me up at night. I just keep hearing like this faint noise, and I didn't realize what it was until the power went out one day, and turns out that like the charger was like next to my bed, and it was making that noise. But yeah, so far I've only described ways we can listen to your computer physically. How about digitally? Well, most operating systems provide a visual interface that allows you to view what's going on in your computer. So in the case of Mac OS, you have the activity monitor. So you can see things like CPU usage, network activity, and in particular, Mac OS's activity monitor has this cool graph at the bottom, which, I'm sure you can probably make music from it, but that's another talk for another time. So what we're going to be listening to today, however, is a specific process. We're going to be listening to this process called NPM, which is a package manager for Node.js. So for those of you not aware, Node.js allows you to run JavaScript applications outside of the browser, and NPM is a package manager for Node. So if you ever dealt with NPM, you're probably familiar with a very large node underscore modules folder. But wait, it's not just one node modules folder. Whoa. There's hundreds. But wait, there's more. There's thousands. And turns out installing a Hello World boilerplate project in React, for this specific project at least, generates about 1,229 node underscore modules folder. Well, you may be wondering why does this happen. How NPM works is that it installs packages recursively. So if you have like a package that depends on another package that depends on another package, it will just install the dependencies all the way down. So I can give you a sense of how NPM works. So let's say you want to install a package. Whoops. Let's say NPM. Let's install a simple package here. NPM. That's clear. So notice how we just zip through a bunch of lines in a matter of seconds, but the end output is maybe no more than say 10 lines. Well, most command line applications, however, have a verbose flag, which allows you to retain, retain more logs. So let's add the flag afterwards. You have a little more, you have a little more information you can work with. So notice how you have, things like, I don't know, things like, it log how it outputs different activities, for example, downloading a specific file or extracting a specific file. But NPM goes even further and has this level of logging called silly. And the flag for that is DDD. And what that does, it outputs anything and everything that NPM does. So for a simple package, we generated maybe over only a few hundred lines. But for more complex packages, I guess this thing actually generates closer to 20,000. I just don't want to crash the computer doing this. So now that we know what we're going to listen to, let's figure out how we can make music with that. So to do that, I'm going to use this program called Node-RED, which is originally designed for, I guess, programming Internet of Things. But because I'm the type of person who likes to find like unintended or unintentional uses for like random programs, I'm going to use it to monitor our NPM logs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin up Node-RED, and let me zoom in, and there we go. So basically, it's like a drag and drop interface. There's not much to it, so it's like an if this, then that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this command. I'm just going to run like the same command I just ran, and output it to a text file, and now we can like get an output for that. So it's running, and I'm going to attempt to open this in Atom without crashing it. So by installing a package, we just generated we just generated about 5,289 lines of logs. So there's a lot to work with. That's the reason why NPM is like the perfect process to like monitor, because you're just generating so much files, so much activity, and so much output. So let's go from there. So the next step I did was, I guess filtering out specific activities that happen often. So so basically what this does is it puts every line to log for a switch and outputs it to a WebSocket. So from here, I can show you how this works. All right, there we go. So let me try to run this again. So basically, what it does is basically outputs like NPM install log into WebSocket. Awesome. So now we have things we can generate our music with. But how are we going to generate our music now? Well, let's see. So basically, there's a library I found on the internet called Tone.js, which allows you to, with just a single line of code, you can just generate like a specific tone or even like sequence or rhythm. And the music we'll be generating today is lo-fi hip hop. If you've ever been on YouTube in the past year, you may have accidentally ran into this video. But according to BuzzFeed, it's like everywhere and it's meaningless. And if you've been living in a cave for the past year, basically lo-fi hip hop's a bunch of thumping sounds, and it makes people focus for some reason. So let's make some music. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do this. So basically, how I'm gonna make music is I'm gonna run the npm install command. It's going to send it to a WebSocket, and it's going to queue up a bunch of notes. And now that we have enough notes, this is the sound of Package Manager at work. So basically, we just generated about 3 hours of music. But if you're trying to solve, like, say, I guess this is just one package alone. Most projects will have, like, 20 or 30 dependencies. You can probably generate, like, months worth of like, lo-fi hip-hop beats. So, there you have it. So, basically what I did is I just map each action or multiple actions to a specific note. So you may notice that on the like three strings. So basically, in terms of having a lot, I guess this is right. You have automatic file creation. So you may notice that no maybe playing a lot of entirely in it. So basically mapping, like log outputs to a sound. So this is what npm sounds like. So there we go. So Because this is Bang Bang Con and not Bang 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 Con, I only had 10 minutes, but if I had more times, I would have showed you how I got this to work with a synthesizer. Turns out queuing about 2,000 or even more nodes will significantly slow down your browser. Something cool I would also like to show is like bandwidth throttling. So basically like maybe slowing down the network and seeing what happens if you process one package at a time. And if I had more time, I'd obviously do visualizations because people like to see how things work. So thank you. This is where you can find me. There you go.